Well, hello again. Yes, it's the Watcher. Now, based on the immense volume of requests, phone calls, letters, emails, knocks on the old vault door, from many of you requesting more from the Watcher, my staff and I have put together a little ditty here about things you'll need for hygienic purposes when in the wild. When you're away from home, away from a store, away from the comforts of other people. Maybe you're out there alone with your family, maybe an animal or something like that. So the following will be a few things to take with you to take care of yourself hygienically while in the wild. Okay? Now we'll start out with, suppose you're alone late at night. It's a moonlit night. You're sitting by the campfire, out of nowhere. You don't hear it, you don't see it, but a great horned owl swoops down from the heights of the pine tree, taking its talons and sinking them into the top of your head. He probably mistook your head for a hard-boiled egg, but the talons are sharp. They lacerate the top of your head. Blood starts to pour down. The owl panics. In his attempt to escape, his beak hooks onto the collar of your brown flannel long-sleeved shirt you're wearing and tears off 2 buttons. If it isn't one thing, it's 3. Okay? 3. Here we go, 3. In that case, you better have, either in a little fanny pack, a backpack, or maybe over in the tent, this item. Now these are 2 needles in case you lose one or someone steals it when you're asleep at camp, and some thread. Now these will be necessary and handy to stitch up, suture any kind of a cut, a rip, a tear should you fall down, hit your head on a rock, maybe a snake bite you have to cut open and drain, and losing buttons. So here you go. Keep this handy. Plus, if times get tough, you can rent it out to other campers and other survivalists in your valley, in your mountain range, maybe in a desert location, or somewhere you might have to go to. Next, how many people have trouble with nose hairs? You don't speak about it, you don't hear about it, you never see it on the news, on the internet. There's no kind of a link for nose hairs. So anyway, those people that do know about them know you have to keep them trimmed. Now say you're out in the wilds for 2 or 3 months. You get a nose hair that's so long you can floss with it, okay? And others in the camp are poking fun of you. Look at him, look at him. You don't want to have that stuff happen, not in the wild. So to be prepared for that instance, one of these little babies right here. It's battery operated. You insert it into your nose, you twist it a little bit, bing, cuts them right out of there. You're done. And again, you might be able to share this with other campers, especially older men. And it's good for the ears too. If you need to get in there and, prevent some kind of a lodging possibility for wood ticks or smaller insects. A good thing to have. Think ahead, folks. Think ahead. Now moving along, those of you who do have hair, and I'm not pointing fingers here or, trying to insult anybody, but this only works if you have hair. This in French is called la combe. La combe. Repeat. Dave? That's good. La combe. Now, if you don't have one, you face the possibilities of not only pine gum in your hair, little needles, things from the ground, insects, you name it, they can be in your hair. You need one of these la combe to prevent that. And again, you can share it with those in your camp, those you love, and maybe with your Uncle Bob. Now, coming up is one of the most important tools of hygienics in the wild. You see this little item marching back and forth? Turn it this way. you know what this is, don't you? Le toothbrush. Okay, now, a word of caution. You don't want the medium, you don't want the soft, you want firm. You don't know how long you're going to be out there. You're sharing it with other people. You need it to last as long as possible. Firm. Thus, after every meal, you're preventing, beef jerky stuck in your tooth, or maybe something from a pine nut wedged up there. The possibilities are endless, so you want to head that off. Now, this little item, in case this does not take care of it, and you do have some kind of a dental lodging and problem, industrial strength dental pick. See this? Some of you like to watch things march back and forth on the screen. This little item you have to be careful with. It's very sharp. It's very pointed. You can use it to dig out ticks or other insects that maybe a maggot gets into an open wound. You can flick it right out with this thing. It's a very useful tool. But you've got to be careful. You get back in there and you're digging around in with fillings and stuff. You pop out a filling. There goes an abscess. It massively explodes in your mouth, turns into gangrene. Half of your face could fall off. I mean, are you following me here? This is an important tool. You've got to keep your mouth clean. All right. Let's wrap it up with this. In French, la scissors. La scissors. Something like that in French. Snippity snip snip. Okay. Now, these are good for cutting string, trimming bark off trees, cutting meat, should you need to cut meat. You need the very good grade, high grade, sharp, not the cheap stuff, okay? You need these. They need to be stainless steel, all right? Because you might get blood on them or, animal fluids when you're, you know what I'm saying, okay? Preparing for the grill. You can also trim hair, armpits, things like that, to prevent nesting areas for insects or small animals. You want to keep that in mind. Plus, again, you could walk over to a camp and go, $5 an hour, you got it. Okay? Everybody needs la scissors. Well, folks, that wraps it up for this little video of wildlife hygienics. And I hope this has been a helpful thing. I hope it sticks in your mind. Maybe you can prepare these items in a shoebox or something like that. Duct tape it, seal it with wax, whatever. You be the boss. It's your choice. Label it with a magic marker. Hygienics, wildlife, survival things. Enjoy it. Be safe, be happy, be prepared. And again, I'm the watcher, and I'm watching out for you.